Hi, my name is Caleb Atkins, and I'm the video production director in marketing here at Liberty University, and I've been chosen to lead a team of students to Romania in May. About, I'd say, 2 years ago, the Center for Global Engagement and Marketing teamed up to do several mission trips together with the purpose of documenting what students are doing around the world and specifically what God is doing through Liberty students. So we formed that partnership a couple of years ago, which brings us to this trip. They asked me to lead a team to Romania. And I'd never been to Romania, but thought it'd be an awesome opportunity to continue doing some of the work that I love to do, which is documenting and capturing media about what God is doing around the world. I've been to quite a few different countries. With Liberty specifically, I've been to Thailand and Malaysia. I've been to Greece, Ethiopia, Jordan, and Bolivia. This specific trip is different. We don't have all the details yet in regards to our itinerary, but Romania was a communist country. That'll play into some of the stuff that we'll be doing. So it's geographically different, the students are different, and the food's going to be different, but we don't quite have all our itinerary yet. There's always several challenges leading into a particular trip. Probably the first and foremost, each of the student has to raise a certain amount of support. And so leading into the trip is, how am I going to raise all this support? But, undoubtedly God will provide, and He has provided for all the students that have gone on the trip so far. So financially, there's a concern. Some of the students, this will be the first trip that they take outside of the United States. So travel is always a concern. We'll have probably about an 8-hour initial flight. And so, you go through jet lag and going to a different country, there's always new things to experience. Culture shock is another thing. You're going to go to a new country that people speak a different language, the food's different, the smells, the sounds, all of that, completely different than what we're used to in America here. So there's quite a few things. It can be a bit of a shock, but the good thing is leading into the trip, we'll do a lot of exercises to prepare and make sure students are aware of what they'll encounter in Romania. I would really like for the team to consider missions as a full-time occupation. This, I hope, will show students that no matter what major they choose, they can find a place to actively do ministry, maybe in a different country. And then I hope that our students will experience the love of God in a very real way. And that seems to be the case when you travel. You're kind of outside of your comfort zone, and so you have to rely on God a lot more. And so I really hope that our students can get a bigger picture of who God is through these trips.
I'm Connor Richardson, and I'm a junior at Liberty University, and I'm a women's ministry major. And I found out about the Romania trip through the Global Expo. And I actually went into it thinking I may be heading to Thailand, and God just completely redirected my thoughts and calling, and so I'm going on the Romania trip. The trip is just shy of 3 weeks, but Thailand and Greece, just two countries that had constantly been coming up in conversation, and so I'm like, I'm totally going to one of those places. And I walk in, and the Thailand trip just did not appeal to me, and I was like, okay, but I guess I'm still going because that's where I feel like I'm supposed to. And then the people got up there and started talking about the Romania trip, and it just all made sense. Everything that the trip involved that they did share about made me happy and excited, and I just had a sense of peace about going to Romania. I really hope and pray that not just for the students and the leaders going, that the Romanian people will just experience God's compassion and love and grace more than they've ever experienced before, and I'm sure for a lot of them it'll probably be the first time they've ever encountered Christ's love before. So I just hope that He opens the doors for us to share that with them. Things like financially, sending out support letters, and just spending a lot of time in prayer, because for me this is my first missions trip, so I have no idea what to expect, not just with Romania, but just a missions trip in general. I'm just praying that God prepares not only our hearts as a team, but the people of Romania, that He's preparing them and softening their hearts to the gospel. The biggest challenge before even getting over there is raising support, but I have a lot of peace about it, and I know God will provide, but it's still a lot of money to raise.
If you're interested in going in one of the future missions trips with Liberty University, visit the Center for Global Engagement.